So hi, welcome back. I replayed the entire game and let everyone die a gruesome death um, to unlock all the memory fragments that are there, and you get two more of them at the end of that ending because when everyone dies, Luke is the only one that's left behind. And now we're going to finally learn more about the story, what happened, and we're going to see all those images now that we didn't see the previous time in the ballroom. So here we go. So the images are flashing in his head, unbidden and unwelcome. Like a strong hammer struck at the head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. Whatever emotion they hold are muted. I'm nothing but a spectator. Still, its weight feels palpable. It doesn't take long for these sensations to get into my head. Through my eyes and my ears, it creeps and busts in the space between. A lovely meal in the gardens on a rare sunny day. The lord and his lady cannot be any happier, but one woman seats looking on in despair. Jealousy presents itself, like wriggling worms trying to force themselves down my throat.
I'm so delighted you can be here with me today, my love. I miss you so.
I am but your most humble servant, my lady. I do regret that the trades keep me away far too often. But simply say the word and I'll...
Oh, hush. It is a little import now. All that matters is you are here, my love. Now enough of that. I have good news. Do you recall the confectionery we used to frequent? From the western end of the village, down by the river?
I feel sick, utterly green in the gills at this sensation, lasting though its image is all but washed away by another. Wow. She drops her tray as she enters her lady's bedchambers. The lady is being taken against the wall like a common street whore. I would drop their trays as well. The man is not her lord, her prince, but she's not of a station that will allow her to judge. She doesn't keep the shock from her features or from her voice.
Milady, I brought the My apologies.
Her voice is small, subdued and shy. The elder lady needs no words to express her displeasure as her face turns from one of pleasure to that of anger and accusation. Her glare burns, focused and scolding. If looks could murder, the servant girl would be dead where she stands. All the while her lover still moves in and out of her, either unaware of the audience, or enjoying the act even more because of it. It hurts. She doesn't want this.
You lacked care. You forget your place and you've indulged yourself far too much in this fantasy of yours.
This is vile. Like vomits and sludge brushing against my skin before it covers me until I'm weighed down. It's so vile. Disgusting. Wrong. Stop
You
it.
overstepped your boundaries and livery.
She's so cruel. Stop it. This is wrong. Please.
May I remind you that you are nothing but a servant, a slave, an unattractive, unchaste harlot who thinks too much of herself.
Please, no more. My heart feels like it's seizing in my chest, like it's being squeezed and the pressure won't stop until it bursts.
Are you truly storming off over some hearsay? Be sensible!
What you did, it is... There are no words. You bring disgrace to this family. This rotten noble standing in front of me is not the cousin I grew up with. This is not the lady I fell in love with. She would never do such unspeakable things, Charlotte!
I bring disgrace. I bring disgrace. I am not the idiot who's running off in the middle of the night. You promised, Edward. You gave me your word. Don't you dare turn your back on me. I swear to you, if you step 1 foot out of these lands, mark my words, Edward, I will.
What? What is it you swear? Will your men steal me away, defile me too like what you did to yourself?
There's an undercurrent of fear. I'm in danger, my head screams at me. And there's hurt, a deep burning shame I can feel on a woman's behalf. Looking at her on its own, it's a joy I cannot bear. Over and over, it hurts. The pain, however, is not overbearing or blinding. It is little cuts and the bruising of flesh by blunt force. It dribbles down my cheek and my mouth. Oh, and the poor cat. They're being tortured. There's pounding in my head. It is not blinding, but it makes it all starker. Everything hurts.
Please, milady, he need not suffer. I beg of you, have mercy. You already have me to do as you please. He deserves none of this.
Why is this happening?
Silence, before I cut out that impertinent tongue of yours and feed it to the dogs. You will watch and you will learn what happens when I am displeased.
What have I done to deserve this? Whispers and accusations fill every crevice of my head, ringing echoing around like a terrible case of tinnitus. They stare, gazes filled with judgment and disgust. Even before the beloved lady has spoken, she is already condemned.
This horrid woman! I beg the court for justice! Who knows what this devil's bride is capable of? She has already bewitched my love, my betrothed. I just cannot bear to think of what she has done to him after. Or what else she may do to our people if we let her live. Blood taints this woman's hands, and I deserve to be repaid in kind for that which she has taken from me.
There is nothing for her but death, and she knows this. Her silence says as much. One after the other they come to me, an unending flood that threatens to sweep me away for what feels like an eternity. Each one, a show of both joy and suffering for those who have called this mansion their home. Each incident is like a hammer to the head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. I can feel every emotion the blurry images that presents itself in my head. I feel a part of these, like I've lived through them, but I know it's not possible. All their anger burns through me. That much is evident, but the pain more so. And above all of it are the whispers. The voices calling, luring, until one image emerges in vivid contrast to the others. Then there's a shout of joy, my eyes snap open, looking at the culprit. That's when the whole room just changes. Everything is the same, yet everything isn't. There are people everywhere, laughing and dancing. I should be concerned about them, but my mind finds it easy to dismiss them as they fade in and out from nothingness. Instead of my concentration drawn to man and woman, though one can only call them lord and lady, going by their clothes. And just see how happy the couple looks. But the man's eyes are eerily blank, like he's not all there. It is familiar at all, in fact, they both are, but I can't quite place why. To make for a pretty picture as they dance in the centre of the ballroom, if the fandom crowd's attention stay on them. It reminds so much of Hannah and I during the early days of our marriage. The honeymoon years, they call it. We were happy then too, all smiles and her sunshine, even with the normal dreary weather. The uncle we had less to worry about, or at least thought that way. I wished we could go on that way, even with all that I did and had to do. But life has a way of catching up. There was work to be done. Though we had to stage a lot of things, perfect couple in public, I could not afford to look so weak, to appear tied down to someone else, to those who knew who I really am. I had to hide my heart when I have businesses, but it hadn't always been so easy to just switch that part of me on and off. It wasn't easy. I should be concerned about this intrusion too. I was going to bloody hell they are doing in my house, throwing a party and all. I think that's actually really it. That is what we've missed the previous time.